Greetings, true believers. It's your old pal Spider-Man back for another shave. Three in a row. I'm doing something a little bit unique right now. So if you haven't seen the other two videos, I've been doing a review of the new Clubman Reserve aftershaves in the alcohol sense, sweet rum, tequila teas, cognac neat. Today is sweet rum. But first, let's get into the shave. What am I using today? The lid is over here. I'm going to be using the new Desert Vetiver from Saponificio Veracino. Ordered this on a whim. A few people on the cadre have been talking about it. And it's the brand new scent from SV. And I've tried some samples of SV, and I've never really been a fan of the performance, but this is the first time I've ever had a full puck. So I don't know. We'll see if the performance off a puck is different from the performance off a sample. I don't know. The scents are okay. Most of them smell very, very similar to each other. I think SV has just this preferred formula that they make, and then they just add a few things to it to vary up the scents. And I gotta say, this has that same scent profile. You could stick this under my nose blind and I would tell you it was an SV scent, just because it has that same base smell as everything else. One thing I'll give to SV for sure is shipping. Holy cow. I ordered the soap on Monday evening. Got a shipping notification that it went out Tuesday, and I received it Thursday. So shipping it straight from France all the way to the United States and into my hands in 2 days. 2 days shipping time, not 2 days from ordering, because I did order it the day before. But it was late. And who knows? Time zone wise, depending on when they got it, it might have been tomorrow. I don't know. So it is pleasant. There's nothing wrong with the scent. It's not great. It is like, it's super blended, so I can't even detect any notes in this. I mean, I guess the vetiver's there, but I'm not pulling anything else out from any of the other notes in it. And there's a whole bunch in it, but it's definitely not just a straight vetiver scent. There's a whole lot going on, but it's all right. It's good. I mean, I'll still use it, but not what I was expecting. I do like the Jekyll and Hyde Vetiver better. Sorry, Dave. I like it better. Anyways, I ordered a soap from Frontline Shaves at the exact same time that I ordered my SV. Actually, I ordered the Frontline Shave first, and then immediately went to SV and ordered that one. So literally within the same hour, Monday, I ordered those soaps. Frontline Shaves, and this is not a knock against them at all. Frontline Shaves is in my state of Missouri. On the other side of the state, it probably takes me about 2.5 to 3 hours to drive to them. But I still don't have their soap. I'm supposed to get that today. So it's not a knock on them at all. It's still within what you expect for shipping, sort of. ordered it Monday, they shipped it out Tuesday, it's getting here Friday. So perfectly acceptable. It's just they're shipping with the Postal Service, and SV is using worldwide UPS. And I don't know how their distribution or their routing is different, but man, it got here insanely fast. The stupid thing about me getting soaps from Frontline and it taking so long to get here is because they are on the other side of the state and near St. Louis. So I'm not sure exactly where they are in relation to St. Louis, because they're not in St. Louis, but they're in that area. So when they sent it through their post office, it had to go to St. Louis to their sorting, distribution plant, whatever. Well, then it comes over to my side of the state because my nearest distribution point is Kansas City. So it has to go past me to get to Kansas City, where it then gets resorted and rerouted to come back to my post office. So it's doing a crisscross across the state, which is why it's taken so long. Still using the my Paladin Pirate. I say I'm breaking it in, but man, these Paladin brushes really do not require any breaking in. I'm pretty sure when I've talked to Ken before, he said that he does a washing, a breaking in with the brushes to a point. Kind of gets them so that if they're gonna shed any bristles, that he gets those out beforehand. I think it's super rare that I've ever gotten a Paladin brush and then it's shed any hairs. And if it has, it's been like just a couple and I didn't even hardly notice. But I mean, it's just as good now as any other Badger brush is after a month of using it. It was just as good on the first use. The tips on these are so soft. And then, of course, still using the Feather ASD2, which is on loan from Sam Woodpusher from the cadre. But he knew that I was loving this, and he told me to keep it for a long time. Due to the Canadian Post and whatnot, he's not really in a hurry to get it back because he doesn't want to get lost or whatever in the mail. So he told me just to hold on to it for a while. And but he saw that I was really enjoying it. This is just a no-brainer shave. It's so easy. Anyways, he saw one on the BST and he alerted me to it. And I've been considering buying one anyways, and figured I would just wait for a sale, maybe a Black Friday sale or something, because I'm not particularly in a rush to get one. I know they can be had right now for about $150. I think they've gone down in price. I think it used to be like a $200 razor. And now you can get them for about $150. And then if you want it with the stand, then you're gonna pay like $200. Well, I found one on the, or he found one on the BST with a stand for $150 shipped. So I went ahead and got that because I think this is really going to be one of my few go-to razors that I will just use for weeks at a time. I typically don't vary my razor too much. Once I get using something that I like, I just keep using it. And I'll just put the blade in and let it go and let it see how long I can use the blade for. And usually that'll be about a month, sometimes more. So I did notice a difference on this pass. I've always thought that SV soaps are not very slick. That pass, I put water on my face right before I put the lather on, and it was a little bit slicker. But not, still not like I'd hope. And I do have to get some water on here to bring up any kind of residual slickness, and I still feel it like skipping on my face a little bit. I personally don't consider these any kind of top tier, really. I mean, they're good. They just don't have the slickness or the residual slickness that I want in a soap. And I've tried and I've tried. I try overhydrating it, and just doesn't ever work for me. I did kind of want SV soaps before, and that's why Dave sent me all the samples. I enjoyed the scents. I just felt like they all smelled about the same, and kind of narrowed it down to a couple that I preferred over the other ones. But it really came down to performance that I didn't punch on any of them. But I do love Vetiver. And so with this new one coming out, I decided to forego the quality of the soap in lieu of scent. Which sometimes we do. Sometimes we just like a soap just because it smells good, and it might not shave as good as some of the other ones, but we still use it. I mean, you can't use a top tier soap every day. I mean, I guess you could, but there's room for all kinds of soaps in my den. Anyways, yeah, so right now my skin doesn't really feel like there's no post-shave. There's no post-shave feeling of my face. It just feels kind of stripped right now, which again, in the grand scheme of things, would be another knock on this soap. But I'm gonna apply post-shave anyways, so again, grand scheme of things, do you need post-shave feel in a soap? No. Is it nice when you've got it? Yes. But post-shave feel is what post-shaves are for. It's what aftershaves are for. So it really doesn't matter. Okay, oh, I didn't even wrap it up with cognac neat. I meant to talk about the cognac neat, so that's what I used yesterday. I will say, you know, if you watch my channel, you know, I put it on my face, then I put it on my arms. Well, that's how I tested it. Smell my arm all day long, kept smelling it, woke up this morning, still smelled it on my arm. So the longevity of that one was great. I think even better than the tequila teas. Scent-wise, it just smelled like a mild cologne. Definitely not overpowering, but it just kind of just smelled like cologne. It didn't really have any distinct notes that lasted. Like I said, the tobacco and the lemon were there at the beginning, but after a while it just kind of smoothed out, and it makes sense. It's got musk, patchouli, sandalwood in it, and those are scent components that are in a lot of colognes. And so if the dry down is where you're getting most of the musk, the patchouli, the sandalwood, well, it makes sense that it smells sort of like a cologne, because those are very common elements of cologne. Today, sweet rum, out of the bottle, you definitely know exactly why they call it sweet rum. It's sweet. I wouldn't say cloying, but some might. It's definitely very sweet. One might think overpowering a little bit. So I'm looking at the scent notes. It's got a lot of sweet stuff in it, but I'm gonna put it on my face and see if I can pull out anything as it plays around on my skin before I talk about what is actually in it. Okay, so alcohol first. Here's get a whiff of that. Okay, so you do smell, I would say it's not quite as sweet on the skin as it was out of the bottle, which is good. But you do get some berries. Definitely get some berries, which there is blackberry, blackcurrant, and black plum in this. Which kind of is an odd thing when you think of rum. I guess you don't really associate those flavors with rum. And then cassis, which cassis, I looked it up. Creme de cassis is a liqueur that contains blackcurrant. So I don't know if there's a a double dose of blackcurrant in there or what. So I'm gonna give this one more application and then see what it does on the dry down. Right before I applied this one, I got a last little whiff, and I started to feel smell the base notes coming out from the dry down, which is woodsy. After the sweetness from the berries kind of burns off, you do get a really pleasant sweetness coming out. Initially I was thinking I liked the tequila teas, then the cognac, then the sweet rum. Right now I'm thinking the sweet rum is actually going to be replacing cognac neat in my order of preference. Just because the cognac neat was okay. It was just for me just cologne, so it wasn't anything special. I do like the more woodsy scents, and this one kind of has that. So it says creamy balsamic woodsy blend, finishing up with frankincense and myrrh. That initially would be a big turnoff for me. Don't really care for frankincense and myrrh, but they appear to be fairly muted. Maybe they're coming out a little bit towards the end, but we're gonna have to see. So that's what we're going to do for today. I'll come back tomorrow for my normally scheduled Saturday shave, which I should hopefully be using my new Fallout from First Line Shave for that one. And then I'll be talking about the wrap up for Sweet Rum. Again, if you're interested in these, the only places that I know of that you can get it is Shave Nation, Atlanta Barber, and Appleton Barber. But Appleton Barber has way better prices on them than either of the other two places. So I'd look there. And if you're a aftershave-ophile like I am, Appleton Barber has tons and tons of aftershaves that you don't normally see on your West Coast Shaving, your Maggards, your other supply places, because it's more geared towards barbershop, and barbershops are buying the cheaper aftershaves in larger quantities. So they're buying the 16-ounce bottles of Gables, of Master, of Stevens, aftershaves, and some of those are dirt cheap. Like Gables is arguably, you know, bottom shelf of aftershaves. A little bit synthetic-y smelling, but they still do the job. They still smell good. But for $5 for a 16-ounce bottle of aftershave, you can't beat it. You know, if you're thinking about getting some of the Clubman scents, you can throw a few of those onto your order as well and offset the shipping. Or they do have a free shipping option if you spend enough, which, you know, I had enough stuff that I wanted to add to my den for various different projects that I got coming up. I went ahead and did that. So that's an option for you too. Anyways, we will, I think maybe a little bit of that frankincense and myrrh coming out at the very end. But to me, I think the sweet rum and the cognac neat are kind of at the bottom of all six. I do really like the tequila teas. That to me is up at the top near Gent's Gin, and then the brandy spice, the whiskey woods are kind of in the middle there. I'd have to revisit those to see which one exactly I like better. And maybe I'll do that here in the next few shaves if I do some more. But yeah, I'll come back tomorrow and talk about the wrap up for the sweet rum, talk about the longevity, and then we'll get into something new. I got a brand new master scent that it's called Smoky Oud. It smells amazing. So I'm looking forward to trying that one out. I think it's got to be a very new-ish to brand new scent. So looking forward to using that tomorrow. And with that, we'll see you guys on the Cadre on YouTube. Let me know what's going on in the comments, and we'll see you later. Bye.